I'm Anna, and this is Virago.
We are going to hustle hard and conquer the day to come together.
And just a little reminder, you are a fucking badass. XOXO Virago.
Hey, feeling good, like I should. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday bed.
Hey Virago babes! So I don't know about you guys, but something that I have struggled with in the past and still struggle with today is comparing myself to other people.
I've struggled with comparing my whole freaking life. Comparison is the thief of joy. I can't express to you how much time in high school I would spend comparing myself to other people. Like, now that I look back to it, and my growth from then to now is insane with just knowing my self-worthiness. I used to spend hours, and I would lay in bed at night comparing myself to others and to where others are going in life, and I felt so stuck and I felt lost, and I was just comparing myself. But we don't realize that we are the only you there is, and we just need to understand and just come to terms with that.
Comparison is literally the death of your self-worth. We talk about all the time, your sense of worthiness is so important for your mental health, and comparison destroys it all because you're spending so much time and putting so much energy into other people when you could be putting that energy into your life.
Bettering you and bettering yourself.
What that is when we are constantly comparing ourselves to our friends, our family, our acquaintances, colleagues, allies, whatever they are, we are using social comparison. Social comparison is the worst possible thing that you can do for yourself. Mm-hmm. And something that a lot of people don't know about is something called temporal comparison, and some people might do it without even thinking about it. It's time to make this aware and to start being aware of our minds, not letting our minds run us, but us running our minds.
Absolutely.
So we really have to put this into action. So we're going to kind of tell you about this. Temporal comparison is a better way to figure out how you're doing. So that's when comparison comes into action. When you're asking yourself, how am I doing? Am I doing well in life? Am I doing well at this? Am I achieving my goals? Am I doing well in school? You're always asking yourself, how am I doing? And that's where comparison comes into, because you don't have anything else to compare to, or you don't think you do. So you take those other people in your life, you think about where they're at in life, and you're like, well, dang, if they're doing this, then obviously I'm not doing good, because if they're doing better, then...
And you need to start looking at it and switching your mindset to, I need to just focus on what my steps and what my progress is in my life. You need to think and you need to ask yourself, how was I doing 6 months ago, and how does that compare to how I am now?
So basically, that is temporal comparison. That is taking where you want to be in the future, portraying how you can get there and set those goals, and using your past self to see if you are getting better. Because comparison should be non-existent, because there's no such thing as somebody being the same as somebody else. We all take different actions throughout the day. We all have different features. We all have different talents.
Yeah, we all have different gifts and talents, and we all have a different purpose, so there's literally no reason to compare yourself to somebody else.
So what you need to do is start sitting there thinking about, okay, last 6 months ago, who as a person was I? Where was I at in life? Am I further in my life? And where do I need to be? What do I need to get there in the future?
Exactly. Social comparison is so wrong. People don't understand when you look at somebody else's picture. So, for example, we were reading this article and they were talking about this family, and they posted their vacation. They were all smiles and happies and giggles and whatever. And you look at that picture and you're like, oh, they had a great time. Mm-hmm. And little do you know, the whole entire time they were bickering, they were all fighting. And y'all need to stop comparing yourself to this perfect image that you think is their life, because you don't know the behind the scenes. You don't know their reality. You don't know what is behind closed doors. So if we knew that, and if we knew everyone's whole truth, we wouldn't feel so inadequate. We wouldn't feel so, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not there. We need to stop thinking that all these thinks they're so perfect because we don't know the whole truth.
Yeah. Social media has kind of created this, it's an amazing thing, and if used correctly, it's very powerful. It's a very great tool. Mm-hmm. But Instagram is kind of a place where the picture has to be perfect.
Yeah.
The likes, the engagement, the comments. My picture has to have no imperfections, or I won't get engagement. Oh my God. I think that we really have to be using Instagram, these TikTok, whatever it may be. We need to start using these to show ourselves and to be ourselves, because we're showing all the great things in life, and that's something that Instagram, personally, I like to use my stories to show who I am as a person, so people know I am not perfect.
Yeah.
And if my pictures
know our crazy life.
Yeah. And Instagram, both of us, we're so into content.
Absolutely.
We love creating that art. And so we really portray that on our feeds.
It is like an art. It's not like we do that to look a certain way. That is what we are so passionate about.
Yeah.
But then on our stories, we're goofy. We're ourselves. We make people trust us, and we just let them into our lives so they get to know us as a person. And that's how social media should be used. Mm-hmm. Like, you shouldn't be sitting there comparing yourself to somebody. Just use that platform and express yourself and be you.
Yeah, and it's just so important because it helps everybody else in the world. They're showing yourselves, and it makes a statement.
Yeah.
You are spreading this light and this idea of just sharing who you are, and you do not have to be perfect. You do not have to be the same as somebody else. That is boring anyway, so why would you want to?
Exactly.
I don't understand that.
And I feel like a lot of people use comparison as a benchmark to your success. You kind of look at your acquaintances or your friends, your family, and you're like, okay, they're at this mark in their life. Why am I not there yet? Guys, everybody's journey is different. You have to learn, and you just have to love the process and the journey. You need to stop comparing yourself to somebody else's chapter 15 when you're at 5. You have to just focus on yourself and bettering yourself and improving yourself.
Exactly. And also, whenever you're using other people as a benchmark, such as your friends or coworkers or business partners, whatever it may be, you are kind of putting a toll on that friendship and that relationship, because
you have kind of an underlying envy towards them.
And when they're hitting goals, because they, like she said, are 15 chapters ahead, and you're still working towards that, that doesn't matter. You guys are on different paths. You guys are putting different things into the world.
Exactly.
So whenever you have that outlook on your friends and your close people and loved ones, that jealousy will make it so hard for you to truly cherish the good things that come to others and the good things that come to people in your life.
Exactly.
And that just makes you that will take a toll on your personality.
Yeah, it will.
And it is just so important to congratulate other people, be happy for other people,
celebrate other people's successes. Everyone is so wanting to think about themselves. Guys, you should be celebrating everyone's success, and your success will literally come.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And how we were talking about before with temporal comparison, the reason why this is such a good structure and such a good thing to practice and put into your life is because one of the biggest things it does is it structures your goals. You're taking all of that energy out that you're putting towards other people, and
you're putting it into yourself.
Yeah, and trying to get on their level or get in this, have the same life as them. You're putting that into your own growth.
Exactly.
And you're setting goals for yourself. You're setting goals for your future. And it's very important to develop yourself first, because you cannot love others if you do not love yourself. Exactly. I will preach that until the day I die. It is so hard to pour into those other people when you don't even feel full to yourself. So, and do that self-development and make that a priority for yourself.
Okay, so one of my favorite preachers, his name is Stephen Furtick, and he has this quote that says, "The reason why we struggle with insecurity is because we compare our behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel." And that is so true, guys.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Like we were saying earlier, you don't know the behind the scenes. You don't know the full truth to everybody's story, so stop comparing. You are comparing yourself, and when you do so, it only makes your life harder. It only brings pain to you. It's not going to benefit your life. It's not going to help you grow as a person. And you're never going to be able to accomplish anything because you're putting that energy into others and not yourself. Just like Corinne was saying, like, you have to start putting that energy into you so you can have that self-improvement, so you can have that self-growth.
Okay, reality check, people. You will never in your entire life live anybody else's life, and you will never be anybody else other than yourself. You are you. It is literally never gonna change. It's impossible. It is just so, it doesn't make any sense that you put any energy into comparing, because it's impossible for you to have their life. So that is so out of reach for you that it's just a waste of time. You're putting that time into that whenever you could be going towards your goals. And
I think something that we could all practice daily to help us steer away from this comparison is start diving deep into personal development. Start asking yourself every single day, how are you doing? How did you improve from yesterday? What did you accomplish today? What did you succeed in today? You need to start bringing out your successes, small or big. It doesn't matter, guys. Like, you need to start asking yourself those questions every single day, because your appreciation, your self-worthiness, your love for yourself is going to grow, and you're going to stop thinking about what everybody else is doing and where they're at in life, and you're going to start focusing on what you need to be doing, what you need to be accomplishing, and you're going to start focusing on improving yourself.
So, I don't know if you guys know who Jen Sincero is. I'm sure you do. She's the author of all the badass books. And these books are literally so amazing. I 100% always recommend them. She speaks to me. But there was a quote that she said that really, really spoke to me. And it really pertains to this. That there will never be anyone exactly like you. You were given special gifts and talents to share with the world. And even though everyone has special gifts and talents, nobody will use theirs quite the same as you do.
Not everyone is as ambitious as the next girl.
Everybody has a different purpose in this world. And it's so, so beautiful, guys. It's so beautiful that people have and are supposed to accomplish different things in their life to make the world work as one. It is just find your passion, find that goal, look at where you want to be in 10 years. Look at what your dream life would be and work your butt off every day to get there. Absolutely. Focus on yourself, focus on the people that you love, focus on the people that you don't love. Be kind.
Yes.
These are the things that are going to make your life turn around and make you know your self-worth. Whenever you're kind to others and you're putting in that love to others, you're building as a person.
Absolutely.
You're building, and you should be so, so proud of that. Okay, guys, listen up
and repeat after us.
Ready? I am unique.
I am enough.
I am worthy.
And I am a badass. XOXO, Virago.
Everyone falls down sometimes, but you just gotta know it'll all be fine. It's okay.